What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Just go ahead and hit that subscribe button, please, and click the bell next to the subscribe button so you are notified every time a new video goes up on this channel. Listen, Kodak Black, man, so many people keep rooting for Kodak. I want to see him win. I'm one of them. I want to see Kodak Black win, even though I could be a little bit biased because I have my own artist who is from Florida, who was around Kodak Black's age group, where he a little younger, and I was trying to get my artist put on, and I was reaching out for features and whatever, and Kodak wasn't reaching back. But no harm, no foul, it's all good. I was still hoping to see Kodak win. Kodak has been locked up for a little while now on these drug possession charges. You know, he keeps going in and out of the institution penal system, and by his own admission, he is institutionalized. According to Kodak, ever since he was a jit, which is the word we use in Florida for little people, for kids, ever since I was a jit, I've been in and out of the system. I remember one time about 2 years ago, Kodak said this is his first birthday that he is spending outside of the penal system, outside of a institution. That's to tell you how institutionalized he must be, right? And regardless, with all that, all these adverse things happening to him in his life, he still managed to become a young, self-made millionaire. Who could forget when Donald Trump pardoned Kodak Black, of all people? Now, I know a lot of people are going to say, yeah, right, Donald Trump pardoned Kodak Black, my boy, because, you know, that's a political pawn. That's like, I'm going to do you this favor right now, but I'm about to run for president again, and I'm going to need you when I do that, because I'm going to need you to go out here and use your influence to get some of these black votes, the young black votes, over on my side. Because really and truly, that's who controls the bigger chunk of social media. It's young black artists, or young artists, period, and their following, right? They're the most active on social media. Now, the drug possession that Kodak Black was arrested and held for in Florida recently has been dismissed. Round of applause for that. But Kodak is still incarcerated. What's going on with that? According to AP News, it says that the drug possession charge against South Florida rapper Kodak Black was dismissed on Friday, 2 months after his arrest. So he's been sitting in lockup for 2 months so far. Although a drug trafficking case from 2022 still remains ongoing. Are they going to get him locked up on that one? We don't know. We have to wait and see. I remember the last time Kodak Black was locked up, his mama was crying. She went out and had a press conference in the streets. How they treating my baby behind those walls. She was crying. She went, ah! She said, if you don't get him out, I'll go kill myself. Because she got a thick Haitian accent, right? She said, if you don't get my baby out of there, I'm going to kill myself. Damn. So to see him back behind them bars, I know his mama hurting. She tired of this. So Brown County Circuit Judge Barbara Duffy ruled that prosecutors could not refute or negate the fact that the rapper, whose real name is Bill Capri, had an oxycodone prescription filled by a pharmacy. Well, he had his prescription. He says that the prosecution could not refute or negate. In other words, the man got his prescription for his medication. So prosecution can't do nothing. Plantation police arrest Kodak Black in December after finding him asleep at the wheel. He was asleep at the wheel of a very expensive car, young, rich, famous, and drugged up, with white powder around his mouth, the officials said. And when they first got to him, the official report said he was trying to eat whatever it was. A lot of people was like, damn, he was eating all the coke. Kodak Black is on cocaine. The powder initially tested for cocaine, but a lab test later revealed that it was oxycodone. Now, after they released the findings of the, when the police pull you over, if you have something on you, they're like, what powder is this? Oh, we know. And they had that little bottle with the little test strip. That was the initial test of the powder around his mouth. And the powder around his mouth came back as cocaine. And they released that to the media. And then Kodak himself came out, because everybody started like calling him a crackhead. And people started saying, I told you, man, he crashing out. He need help. So Kodak started making his own videos before he got locked up. He said, listen, man, I'm not no crackhead. Okay? I might sip lean. Them pills, what they caught around my mouth, whatever powder that was, that's oxy. I was chewing my pills, bro. And I got a prescription for them pills from when I got shot up. If you recall, not too long ago, he was out in California somewhere and he got shot up. They said somebody close to Kodak or something like that was getting into a fight, an altercation, and he went to go break it up. And they pull out a gun and blam, 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 hit him up. And he was in severe pain while trying to heal, so he was prescribed these oxys. Kodak said, that's the oxys that I'm on. I don't do cocaine. For which he obtained a prescription in July of 2022. So when they did the official test for it, it came back that it was not cocaine like they told the media. It was oxy, which he was right. So people are saying, why he's still locked up? If that's the case, well, he's still facing tampering with evidence charges that are related to the arrest. But his attorney, who is Bradford Cohen, hopes to get that one dismissed as well. Kodak Black has been in Miami Federal Detention Center since his arrest, which caused his bond to be revoked in a separate case. You can see how that works, right? And then his attorney hopes that the drug charges that are being dismissed will prompt a federal judge to free him from lockup. Kodak was arrested in 2022 on charges of trafficking in oxycodone and possession of a controlled substance without a prescription. He was free on bond with regular drug testing on a condition of his release. And then Kodak was ordered to go into drug rehab for 30 days early last year after missing a drug test in February and then testing positive for fentanyl several days later. This is according to the court records. So even though Kodak came out and said, I checked my own self into rehab because I don't want to be out here doing bad. That's not what the court paperwork say. The court paperwork say he was ordered to go into 30 days of rehab. And he tested positive for fentanyl. Fentanyl, my boy? Man, you might as well be on crack, man. Right now, the crackheads are doing better than the fentanyl people because the fentanyl people are dropping like flies. Then last June, a warrant for Kodak Black's arrest was issued after authorities said that he did not show up for another drug test. In January of 2021, when President Donald Trump commuted a 3-year prison sentence, the rapper Kodak Black, for falsifying documents that was used to purchase a weapon. Kodak had served about half of his sentence at that point. Now check it. They railroaded him to prison with that. I don't even need to explain all that to you, but if you go look back at it, they really railroaded Kodak to prison with that one. Because when you go in to get a firearm, they ask you, are you a convicted felon? And on the form, he put no. And he wasn't. But he had just caught a charge though. But he wasn't convicted yet. So he didn't put, yes, I'm a convicted felon. He had an open case. So based on that, it is said that he lied on a form to purchase falsifying a document to purchase a firearm, which I think was messed up because, again, he wasn't convicted of anything yet. Now, as Kodak Black has sold more than 30 million singles, so he makes a lot of money off his Sniper Gang clothing line, merchandise, and he makes a lot of money selling his music as well. Super Gremlin actually reached number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100 charts in 2022. And of course, his music continues to sell. He continues to be a staple representative of Florida. And I don't know, man. He looked like he can do no wrong. Like all the wrong he does, he still falls back in God's good graces. And I guess that's because, you know, if you listen to Kodak talk, you'll know Kodak is a godly dude. He might get involved in a lot of foolishness, but he's a godly dude for real, right? So we wishing Kodak all the best. Come on out, man. Get back to that money. Continue being that young mogul and build on this so that one day we can all look back 20 years from now and be like, 20 years from now, when you're 40 something, almost 50, you can look back and say, yeah, we built this, something ginormous, instead of you died from an overdose. He was doing really good, and then he died from a bad batch of fentanyl, because that ain't what we want to hear about you, Kodak. I'll catch y'all on the next video. It's Hot Topics TV, Brainflow TV, Soulflow TV, whichever one you catch us on. I'm out. Peace.